Take back your space. Stop storing old electronics you'll never use again. Recycle your computers, monitors, and televisions for free with eCycle Washington. This free program can be used by households, small businesses, public schools, and other organizations across the state. Drop off unwanted TVs, computers, and monitors at over 300 locations in Washington state for free. Please check for the drop-off location nearest you at eCycleWashington.org. That's one word, eCycleWashington.org, and click on the Where Can I Recycle link.
For the last 75 seasons, the NBA has been getting greater. It's been crossing over, crossing borders, bending minds, breaking barriers, and shattering expectations. Because if the league's taught us one thing, it's that we can't predict anything. So don't miss 1 minute of the 75th anniversary season, where greatness lives on in every game. Visit NBA.com/75 to learn more.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Got yourself one of them smart speakers? Well, tell it to play KISW. It's as simple as that. Say, hey, smart speaker name, play KISW. And it will say, my name is not smart speaker name, but probably, you know what I mean. Just tell it to play KISW, and guess what? You can listen to us wherever you got that smart speaker. How cool is that? I have like 3 of them in my house. So I could say play KISW everywhere, and it'll play them on all 3. Because, you know, that's how I am, yeah. I don't know how to turn it off, though. That's the problem. That's all we got now, so just I have to listen to Steve all day. All right, just KISW.
I'm too stupid to even know how to turn my mic on. What do you want from me?
There you go. Yeah. You just say play KISW on your smart speaker. That should work.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser. It is time to beat Migs, but maybe we could whack him instead, because it's Whack It Wednesday.
Whack it.
How's everybody doing? My name is Mr. Wacky. Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Yeah, Mr. Wacky. And Steve, you were Mr. Wacky earlier today, so
I know. Yeah.
there's always a chance. I'm kind of screwed now. Oh, yeah.
Whack it.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Gary in Tacoma. Gary, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's he playing for today?
Rev, he's playing for something that we will tell him in the near future, because with all the craziness that's happening with COVID-19, we don't know when the concerts are happening. We don't know when a lot of stuff is going on, but we promise you will be hooked up with something neat.
TBA.
Yes.
All right, Steve. Get out of here.
I love Tibba.
Tibba! Get out of here. For those playing at home, Gary will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Gary, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
How many children does a woman give birth to if she has quintuplets?
5.
Yes. The first Starbucks opened in what decade?
70s.
Yes. What late actor played Jin in the comedy Bad Santa?
Billy Bob Thornton.
No.
Pass.
In Disney's Peter Pan, what colored dress does Tinkerbell wear?
Green.
Yes. What number is represented in Morse code by 5 dots?
S.
No.
O.
No.
R.
No. In what U.S. state was the first Six Flags theme park established?
California.
No.
Texas.
Yes. What 3-letter word means the front of a ship?
F.
No.
Pass.
What original literary work was the movie Nosferatu based on?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, and Gary gets 4 correct.
It could have been so much better.
It could have been so much better.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to listen to the questions to
you
get
do.
the correct one.
Yeah, you kind of do.
But we'll see how Steve does.
Yeah, Steve, look.
He didn't do very good earlier.
He's socially distancing his mind from his mouth. We know this, so... Besides, he's distracted, and I'm going to tell you exactly what he's distracted with when we're done.
Oh.
Yeah, I
just lost.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you why.
Uh-oh.
We'll get
Find
into
out
this
after the game. Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, I saw this and I thought, wow, something that's not porn that's going to keep Steve's attention for the rest of the day.
Wow. Hey, Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Awesome. How many children does a woman give birth to if she has quintuplets?
4.
No.
5.
Yes. The first Starbucks opened in what decade?
Oh, I would go with the 60s.
No.
70s.
Yes. What late actor played Jin in the comedy Bad Santa?
Vern Troyer.
No.
Late actor. George Carlin?
No.
Who's in Bad Santa is dead? Abe Vigoda.
No. In Disney's
couple
Peter
people,
Pan,
actually.
what color dress does Tinkerbell wear?
Pink.
No.
Red?
No.
Green?
Yes. What number is represented in Morse code by 5 dots?
Help.
No.
Huh? 5.
Yes. In what U.S. state was the first Six Flags theme park established?
New Jersey.
No.
Georgia.
No.
New York.
No. What 3-letter word means the front of a ship?
Bow.
Yes. What original literary work was the movie Nosferatu based on?
Dracula.
Yes. The title of the 1995 Alanis Morissette album is Jagged what?
Little Pill.
Yes. Finish the name of the Rage Against the Machine song. Bulls on what?
Parade.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You win. 8 to 4.
Sorry, Gary.
It's all right.
We kind of knew this was going to come that way for Gary, though.
Yeah. He misheard the question about Morse code, and he was going with letters, not numbers.
Yeah, you'll have that.
You only missed 2. One of them, the U.S. state that the first Six Flags theme park was established was in Texas. Gary got that one correct.
Why are you even talking to Steve? He's already lost. He's not even paying attention right now.
I want to tell everyone else out there, and I'll just get right to it. Jin was Bernie Mac on Bad Santa.
Yeah, he and John Ritter are both no longer with us, and they were both in Bad Santa.
Oh, you're right.
2 solid guesses on that, but congratulations, Steve. You got 8 correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Forgot his name was Jin, though. I couldn't tell you Bernie Mac's character's name.
I forgot.
I couldn't even tell you John Ritter's character's name. And they were both really good in Bad Santa. I mean, both very good performers, too. Sad they're not on the planet anymore. Yep. But it doesn't matter. Steve doesn't care about any of that right now because you are now hooked on the latest genius offering from Pearl Jam.
Oh, they're brilliant, man. They decided to release, of course, the new song that we played this morning, which is called Great Escape?
Quick Escape.
Quick Escape.
Yeah.
And they just put it out, and I retweeted it on my Twitter at I'm Steve Miggs. You can play Space Invaders, a Pearl Jam version of Space Invaders now.
It is.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Isn't it amazing, though, that Space Invaders was like the game, amazing tech, and now Pearl Jam's just got a little video you can just go to anytime. It's
dude, it's cool because you hit play. Well, if you go to the beginning, you can choose your character. So you could be Jeff, Eddie, Mike, Matt, Stone, or Boom, their keyboardist. And then when you insert a coin, it'll ask you if you want to listen to their song on Spotify or on Apple Music or Deezer. I think it's another one of the apps. Or you could just skip and just play without the music. So you can play the game while listening to the song.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a really clever thing.
It's so
and this
ridiculous.
is all just for Quick Escape. They did this whole thing for Quick Escape. These guys are just, man, their social networking team is just amazing.
Well, it says join Pearl Jam and make a quick escape to Mars to hear the new track. Choose your pilot and let the journey begin.
You're trying to escape.
What's
from
your high
aliens.
score? It was like 6 points.
Oh, nice. I'm at 2385.
I have no idea what my high score was.
Of course he is. Oh yeah.
Submit score.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't.
You don't want to be embarrassed by submitting that score. You really don't.
But you're right, though. It's so stupid because it's just Space Invaders. But for some reason, it's just so cool.
Oh, it brings back memories for me, and of course for those guys too. Because I'm when they were growing up, when they were younger boys, they were playing Space Invaders when it was new.
It's so funny. Marty just texted in, Steve, did you play the Pearl Jam Quick Escape game yet? It's Space Invaders from Marty and Yum. Yep. I got the email as well.
And Quick Escape is a great tune. I've only heard 3 songs off the album, and Gigaton's coming out on Friday, where we'll get to hear all the songs. But Quick Escape is good.
Great bass line.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Craig also, he was just geeking out about that as well. Mike McCready just shines on that song.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love it so much, because I think he's just such a To say he's an underrated guitar player is ridiculous because he's not underrated. But I think in the grand scheme of like great guitarists that we have these debates, sometimes I feel like people forget to throw him in there, and he is so damn good, especially live. But I feel like
he's got a future.
Yeah. And I think he's really the songs we've heard so far, and the other songs on the record I've heard. He really gets a moment to be in the spotlight, and you get a good guitar sound from the band on this record.
And I love how Eddie sounds on that on Quick Escape too. That's it almost feels like it's like Eddie from yesterday. I mean, he sounds very youthful on that.
It's got a lot of energy on the whole record. That's another thing that I've noticed, and also to get super nerdy with Pearl Jam, I feel like this might be the record that really. I don't know. I just feel like Matt Cameron, their drummer, obviously was in Soundgarden as well. He just has he just really finds a good groove on this record on a lot of the songs. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, and I really, I want to qualify my statement about Eddie because Eddie is one of those singers that really can give you so many different emotions, and he emotes so well with his singing. There's anger, there's sadness, there's confusion. A lot of singers you don't get that kind of depth with just I don't know how to even describe it. But with Eddie, man, he puts me in different vibes and different moods with the way he performs a song, and that's why I really with Quick Escape I was like, man. I like this vibe I'm getting from Eddie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just there's a lot of energy behind how he's singing, which I think is, I think a lot of people have been noticing that. I don't think he was like mailing it in before, but he just sounds like has a little bit more piss and vinegar in his voice, which is good.
Yeah, and I look at it like I feel like he just, he had different moods he was putting out in some other stuff. That wasn't the piss and vinegar mood. It was more haunting or more lonely or more pining. I mean, that's what I love about Eddie. I feel like, he just takes you to just different places with however he wishes to interpret that song. That's how I look at it.
A few people texted in earlier just saying that this song is an absolute, as the kids say, it slaps, which I thought was kind of funny.
I don't know that one. Does it slap? How am I not on fleek with all these new things?
Wait, you don't know the term that it slaps?
No, I have no clue about that one.
Oh, come on,
How old is that? Is that old? Or is that relatively new?
I think it's pretty new.
Oh, it slaps, huh?
Yeah, I think that one's been around for a minute.
You beat me in a year, I think. My brother says it sometimes.
Oh, still, I don't know it.
Yeah, he says, damn, that song, it slaps so hard. I'm so blanking happy. I think Mike went pedal shopping for this record.
Like that.
Another person says, I'm not typically a Pearl Jam fan, but I really dig the new song.
Yeah, okay.
So you want to check it out?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. If we can do it now, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this plan.
Yeah.
Are you making a move without anybody knowing you're making a move?
Well, Ryan's broadcasting from his bar at his house. He can't come into the room and yell at us.
Look at this rebel.
He's drunk anyway.
This is fantastic. I feel like such a rebel. We're playing something maybe, all right. If you haven't heard Quick Escape, you're about to. Great tune from Pearl Jam. Don't forget the new album Friday. The whole thing, Gigaton's coming out. But this right here, Quick Escape, Pearl Jam on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wait. Don't trash that used or broken computer, monitor, or TV. Do the right thing. Recycle your unwanted or non-working electronics for free. You can recycle computers, monitors, and televisions with eCycle Washington. Households, small businesses, public schools, and other organizations may drop off unwanted TVs, computers, and monitors at over 300 locations in Washington State for free. Find the location nearest you at eCycleWashington.org and click on Where Can I Recycle? That's eCycleWashington.org.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's the listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. You got anything on your mind, this is your opportunity. But just remember, Steve does have a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you'll be gone, and we'll have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
That's right, man. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted in, guys, how do you pronounce caramel? It's bothering me and my coworkers.
Oh, that's not the only thing, buddy. That is not the only thing. Currently there's a giant debate out there, a bunch of words that people are just flipping out because they heard somebody else say it differently. And caramel is supposed to be caramel. like caramel.
Or is it caramel?
Caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Do you say caramel?
Caramel.
And
I go back and forth.
Me too.
I grew up with caramel. That's the thing, is how I was taught how to say it. And if you look at the pronunciation of the word, it makes sense that it would be caramel or caramel. But I've also said caramel before.
And sometimes it also depends on the context. This is such a stoner conversation, but like if I'm getting a salted caramel, I'll say salted caramel for like salty caramel ice cream.
Right.
But if I'm having like, a caramel apple, I don't know why, but I bounce back and forth.
Well, that is really weird.
Well, yeah.
So it depends on what you get.
Caramel apple.
Wow.
Yeah, caramel low.
But see, I remember caramel was like this luxury thing they added to candy bars.
Yeah.
And so it was like, and with lovely caramel. I mean, they really stretched it out.
See, I just remember from the candy bar, the caramello.
Yeah.
That's why I remembered it.
65% of us say caramel. So Danny, again, is he's in the minority of idiots that live in the world.
Do we have a definitive right?
Well, 65% is definitive at this point, right?
But like you go to the dictionary, they'll tell you how to pronounce something. So sometimes people will argue over something. Is it radiator or
Here's
radiator?
the problem with the dictionary. You ready?
What's that?
Ever since this online world, is the dictionary has decided that if enough people say something stupid, they're going to add it to the dictionary as a legitimate thing.
Interesting.
I did find it on the dictionary.
And
Caramel.
Wow,
caramel.
It's not
caramel.
even. They're even saying over here in this story, it's caramel.
But then when it has like the actual spelt out pronunciation, it has both.
Really?
This is awesome.
Caramel and caramel.
Oh yeah, there it is. See, I told you, dictionary lies. Mm-hmm. So how about bagel?
You know who doesn't lie? Who's that? Facebook, I just noticed. They're starting to, like, when you post, like, these stupid memes, they now put, like, a little thing over it saying that this might not be fully true.
Oh, really?
And
that's a thing?
They'll link you to a story that I thought that was interesting. Someone posted, like, a silly meme about, like, the environment on my page, and it was just like,
oh, man.
This possibly is not fully true, and then it had a link to a USA Today article about the environment.
Oh, if Facebook got into that business, how awesome would that be?
Right?
Gosh, I would love that. The trouble is nowadays you can't trust the fact checkers anymore.
That's true.
Everybody is now discrediting everybody to the point that you don't even know what's true anymore. And our government officials are not helping because they can't seem to get together and give us one solid message during all this. That would be nice.
Yeah, they can't even get together to tell us if it's caramel or caramel.
No, they can't. How about bagel? What about that?
Bagel.
Oh, there are some people that call it bagel. Like a bag.
I had a friend that called it bagel.
Yeah, like a bagel. Like I'm opening a bag up and going to put my groceries in a bag. So bagel or bagel?
What is the percentage on people that say bagel?
9% say bagel.
Okay, good.
Sarah is one of those 9%.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I think she does it
Sarah,
just to be weird.
You say bagel?
She says bagel. Yeah, she says bagel.
Just to be funny, or are you saying it for real?
Okay.
She's like, no, for real.
Huh. What about salmon? We got a lot of salmon around here.
Salmon.
Who the heck is saying salmon?
You do not pronounce the L.
Actually, 20% of Americans pretty much do.
I was joking. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Salmon.
Yeah. Salmon.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Yeah. I don't know why the L is silent. This is the dumb thing about the English language. Don't know why we have letters that we don't pronounce in a word. Don't understand that. I feel like it's laziness. I feel like it used to be salmon, and then people just said it so quickly and say salmon. Because it's not easy to go salmon all the time. Unless you're Salman Rushdie. He's now Salmon Rushdie. All right, how about this one? Pecan or pecan?
This happened on Kids Baking Championship.
Pecan.
Where one of the kids was like getting annoyed with the other ones because they were all saying he was saying pecan and they were all saying pecan.
I got news for you. I feel like, for me, you're from the South if you say pecan.
And that actually was one of the girls had a Southern accent.
Yeah. Because I've always heard it's pecan.
Pecan, yeah.
Yeah, pecan.
Yeah. Trouble is, the winner is pecan. 68% of America says pecan. I think it's just Texas, and if we just get Texas out of here, I think we can be back to normal.
Oh, is that what's stopping it?
That's what's stopping us right now. It's Texas. How about jalapeno or jalapeno?
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno. Yeah.
No,
jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Yeah.
Jalapeno.
So, which one is jalapeno or jalapeno?
I go back and forth on both of them, actually. I don't know why, but I say them both.
The peen is, yes, I say jalapeno.
Yeah, because the N with the squiggly is an enye. Yeah, on a steak.
So, and it's the thing, that is, jalapeno is basically, it is a Spanish word, right? Mm-hmm. And so how are we supposed to say it, Vicky?
Jalapeno.
That's what, but you know what? Yeah. The rest of the country's dumb, and they call it jalapeno. 60% of Americans say jalapeno.
Yeah, I say that.
Why?
I don't know.
This is how his mouth works, man.
Yeah, jalapeno.
How about espresso or espresso?
There's no espresso. No X on there.
You know what? 16% of America disagrees with you, Stephen.
They're also the people that put the L on salmon.
That's true. How about crepe? You know, crepe or crepe?
I always say the hardest time with that. I don't even
You say
it.
creep?
Yeah, some French crepes.
Okay, well, they don't even have that on the list, Danny.
That's one of those words that in my head I know how it's supposed to sound, but when it comes out of my mouth, it never comes out right.
So how do you say it?
Crepe.
A crepe? No, it's not a crepe.
It's very Italian.
I got a problem. I got a crepe.
I always roll the R's when I do it.
Are you some guy from the old country trying to go to the bathroom? I need to go get a crepe.
I always roll the R's. I go, crepe.
No, you don't have to roll the R's. It's just crepe.
Crepe.
No, it's not Spanish.
Crepe.
They don't roll the R's. They don't roll R's in France. Do they?
Crepe.
Okay, I don't know who. Now it's Chewbacca, how he's ordering a crepe. Okay, that was unnecessary. How about syrup? Is it syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
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 Yeah, syrup.
Scissor.
That sounds
Syrup.
like a stirrup. Like on a horse, like a stirrup.
That's
I say
exactly-
syrup.
Yeah.
Syrup sounds like the fake thing that you get, like the
Maple
knockoff,
syrup.
and syrup sounds like the real
like
stuff.
crab with a K.
Yeah.
I say both, and I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's really weird. And now I understand why. It's a half and half on this one.
This is the dumbest topic ever.
Thank you.
I don't disagree, but I'm fascinated by it.
I know, right? Okay.
So I want to know if it was caramel.
Oh, it's caramel, though even the dictionary guy spelled it wrong. Like Care Bear, caramel or caramel.
Caramel.
Did you say Colonel?
Caramel.
I don't know what he's saying. He's like Yanni on Laurel is what he is. Honestly, I hear Steve say stuff, and you guys seem to understand him, and I don't.
This is the most entertaining thing I've heard today.
Oh, good.
Lies.
Wow, you've been listening to the whole show. That's not good. It's 9:25 in the morning. This is where the most entertaining thing's supposed to be on a radio program. We're in trouble, Steve.
Dude, going back to the topic of cheating in fishing tournaments that we were having earlier.
Oh, yeah, those two dudes in Utah that tried to smuggle in some bass, but people knew they were cheating.
And I mentioned how, if you're going to cheat, just sneak in some fish under your pants and you can, make it happen.
Yeah,
but
that's
somebody
it.
said you can't do that because the bass fish are kept alive and they'll be weighed in alive as well during these tournaments.
Oh.
I fish bass tournaments here in Washington. Let me tell you, those guys are lucky they didn't get their asses beat.
Oh, I hadn't thought about, would the rest of the fishermen turn on them?
Yeah, because they're trying to win.
Because I would like to see that in a Magic tournament, because I wanted to beat some of those guys I found out were cheating. Love to do that. I mean,
Nerd fight.
Yeah, nerd fight, flip tables, throw cards at people.
So cheating in bass fishing tournaments is very common all over the United States. People even put lead weights inside of their fish.
Let's be honest. People cheat at everything. I mean, we've seen that at the highest level of sports. The cheating is everywhere we go, and I am one of those idiots that for some reason decided to be a law-abiding citizen as much as possible and follow the rules, and I get punished by society every time because of the fact that the way I think is not the way a lot of people think. When I hear people go, it's okay if they steal signs in baseball, it irritates me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not okay. It shouldn't be okay. Otherwise, there would be no signs. They don't want you to know what they're doing. So, no, it's not okay. Otherwise, why don't they just go have a guy with a sign right out in left field going, here comes a fastball. They can hire a guy to be out in right field.
They should do that for a season.
Yeah, put
Have
that on
the
the big
pitcher
board.
call it.
Just make it even, yeah.
Yeah.
He should call every pitch he throws.
Yeah, they
I'm
should.
throwing a fastball and see what happens.
Yeah.
But what if he lies then?
Oh, then he's cheating. Oh,
See?
can't have that.
Yeah, that's the thing. What if you, I know, it's just,
Why don't we just play T-ball at this point?
But that's the thing is everybody, not everybody cheats, but I'm in the minority where I really try to play fair, and I'm an idiot. I don't know why I do this.
All right, and here's a good question that's kind of stemming off of this a little bit. The person wanted to know, do you guys ever take something even though it's free, but you still, quote-unquote, steal it? Like, for instance, my dad, I always give him a hard time whenever he stays at a hotel. He takes all the shampoos, the conditioner, and the lotions each day when the maid leaves them. So he has a whole stockpile of them in his tough.
Oh, that's tough.
I mean, technically, that's part of the amenities of getting the room.
I take the stuff I use. Like, I've done that.
Well, I leave the stuff I use. I keep the stuff I haven't touched yet.
See? Why can't I think like you? Why? Because then you could re-gift all that stuff. See, I
gift it, but if I like
stocking stuffers. Well, then why don't you keep it? Why would you take the used stuff? Why would you?
Because I'm using it there.
But you're not using all of it.
Right, but why would I want to take something that's almost all? Those are small things,
They
man.
could use all of it.
I'd rather have a full thing of it.
I don't.
Why am I agreeing with BJ?
Yeah, because you're a law-abiding citizen and Steve's a thief.
My aunt used to take all of them and use them for her guest bathroom.
See, that's a good call.
Yeah, look, if you really need this stuff, sure. Otherwise, why are you doing it? I mean, except the ones you use, obviously, because they can't reuse that. You really want to take those.
Okay, how about this one?
Okay.
No, obviously, like you could have a mint for free when you leave a restaurant.
Yeah.
But what about those chocolate mint ones? Like those are hard. They're like I don't even know what they are, but they're like brown and green.
Yeah.
Andes?
No, not Andes. Like a hard candy, like almost like the.
Oh, those are good. Yeah. And they melt in your mouth and become like a chocolate.
It's
green.
like a chocolatey mint thing.
Yeah, it's those are cool.
Yeah, I take a fistful. I don't even care.
Wait, you put your whole not anymore. You don't. Not anymore. You got to.
Well, times have changed. I haven't been to a restaurant anymore, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But
you're probably the reason it's happened. If you didn't put your fist in that,
but they're individually wrapped.
Oh, that's better.
Those. Wait, you can buy those online?
Yeah.
Ooh, Choco Starlight Mints.
They're good. And you just take a bunch. You don't. You really take.
I take a handful.
Well, that's like 10 or 12, right?
Oh, those things are awful. You can have them all.
Oh, wow. I can't agree with the Rev on that.
Those things are just nasty.
No, those are so tasty.
So nasty.
I like those.
And you can't get them anywhere. Well, apparently you can on the internet.
You can't get them anywhere because you keep taking fistfuls. That's why there's a shortage.
I need to order some.
The toilet paper and these chocolate Starlight candies.
I feel like these are always in the bowl mixed with a bunch of other candy, and the hardest one to find, and they were the best, is the little strawberry ones. Do you remember that? They look like a little strawberry packaging.
Oh, I hated those.
I hated those.
I love
You
those.
like one? No. I used to take those like crazy. Trappers used to have those.
I would literally toilet paper houses back in the day if they gave those out for Halloween.
Yeah, you can have those.
But those they have it's like a hard candy, and then all of a sudden, poof! It explodes in your mouth.
It's like soft
what are we talking about? It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls and texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I want to know how my parents are doing with all that's going on over on the East Coast. They're in my family's thoughts and prayers. I appreciate that.
New York is, just getting destroyed, and the governor is not happy. I love it just shows you the two different types of governors. You see Governor Inslee and how he speaks, and then you see Governor Cuomo in New York and how he speaks.
A lot of passion in his
two
voice
different
right now.
people altogether, two different cultures, really.
It's very scary there. Obviously, at first, everyone was talking about Washington State being the place where the coronavirus hit because it was the first in America that was getting impacted by it. But it's no joke in the New York area right now. It's kind of a scary time, and with so many people potentially passing it on to each other. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Was the metropolitan area like 18 million, I think, all around the New York area, if I'm not mistaken?
Right.
Yeah, it's just, lots and lots of people.
And my parents aren't necessarily even in New York. They're in New Jersey, but obviously New Jersey is just right there. It's butt up with New York and dealing with the problem as well. And my parents being older, it's a massive scare.
Did you see the pictures of the subway trains, too?
I have
There's
not.
no social distancing going on. If this is how people have to get to where they got to go, I don't know how New York is. You see how close everybody is in those subway trains, and then those New York subways. You already question the hygiene anyway. That is not social distancing at all. That is just a nightmare waiting to happen. And they just showed pictures of it just yesterday on the news. Yeah, it's a bad sitch.
Dude, it was trippy. Yesterday we had to bring Lulu in she had to get some shots done. And, it's like you had to get them done. And so the vet's open and they're just like, hey, this is how we're doing it now. And it's kind of interesting. So the way they did it is you show up, they have it so that the parking spots they're separating them so that you can't be too close to another person's car. So they're only blocking off all the parking spots so you can have like 6 to 10 feet separated. That was the first thing.
Wow.
You get there, you don't leave your car, you call the number, they come out, and they have one of the people that works at the vet place with like a mask on, the gloves. They take your dog. And then they call you to get your credit card information to pay for it. Like they don't even.
So you don't even go in the place.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's just kind of surreal. Like this is what we're doing right now. But I applaud them for trying to find a way to be able to continue to take care of our animals because that's a scary thing. Obviously, doctors' offices and places like that are open for us humans, but your pets are also important to you. And God forbid something happens or they need certain things done. it's cool that they're trying to find ways around that.
And yet, Steve, not everybody is providing that level. See, that's the confusing thing, is that not everybody's doing it to that degree, and I don't know why it would be any different going to the vet or going to a takeout restaurant.
Yeah.
As far as interaction goes. I don't know, look, Starbucks is open in some of the places, and they've implemented certain things, but nowhere near what you just said.
No, dude, that was the most intense I've seen. Of all the things I've had to go, like obviously you go to a grocery store, it's different. Costco's different now. But that was just like, and I'll give a shout out to South Hill Veterinary. That's the place in Puyallup. They're doing good work, man.
Oh, look at you.
South Hill Vets.
Give it out a shout.
Represent.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, so New York is definitely, obviously, it's just crazy. I mean, I think California's got the most population in our country, the whole state. But as far as a city goes, in a city metropolitan area, New York beats everybody. And that is scary business, because you've got New York as a giant city. Then, of course, you've got Chicago. Los Angeles has already been impacted. Haven't heard much about Chicago yet. But that's the third largest city in our country.
Bound to happen.
The Bay Area and Los Angeles, of course, that's number 2, number 4 in the country for the biggest cities. It is surprising that, we've seen the maps, and the Midwest so far hasn't been as impacted for the most part as the coastlines have. And Chicago is that giant city. And then you've got Dallas, which is also a relatively big city. That's what they're hoping, is they can stop it before it gets to those giant areas. But I don't know, man. If the government could get together on one message and just unify on this, it would really be helpful, because when they don't, it really adds fuel to the fire for people that don't want to believe this is a big deal. And that's what frustrates me, is like, why would you add fuel to the fire for people that we're trying to get in line? Just give us one message. Why do you have to give us more than one message?
Sadly, it seems like it's a battle of money versus, the lives of people.
That's a conversation for a later show, because Governor Cuomo, was nice that he came out and said, he actually said he thinks it's repugnant to put money over the value of human lives. Look, he's a politician. It's a wonderful statement. I don't disagree with it. I just wonder, okay, but does anybody believe a politician anymore? I just don't, because of just the way they operate in general. I just have a hard time believing any politician, even though his statement is accurate. I don't think anybody would disagree with it.
Someone said just got news of a friend who died from the COVID-19 virus this past week. For those that aren't taking this thing seriously, please, I'm begging you, just stay home. Thank you guys for continuing to give us something to listen to, and I hope you're doing what you can to stay safe over there. Mad love to you guys, and stay healthy, everybody.
And I hope that people are surviving this financially. Because look, I think the real thing is that that the only thing I can think of is why there'd be a different message coming from our government is that they're just so afraid of the financial implications going down the road that would be catastrophic for everybody because of this. Is the only reason I could see why they go, well, I hope we get back by Easter. I mean, it is definitely I've known more people that have been impacted by this financially than physically. I will say that. And the government, they're going to give us money finally. They finally agreed on that. They were fighting for so long. You're like, I can't believe you guys are fighting over this. Just figure it out. But, everybody tries to pull moves. It's like, stop pulling moves and just go, hey, here's what we're going to give you. No line items, nothing. Just give us this. And apparently they finally got it done. We'll see how long it takes. But there are real people who are suffering financially. And then, of course, that puts stress on them. And if there's stress, that's a better chance of lowering your immune system. It's just a cascade effect that, gosh, the government's just got to shut up and just give us one message.
Oh, here's a question. This has nothing to do with the coronavirus, although they could maybe use it as part of their excuse. I'm trying to break up with my boyfriend, but I don't know how. Any suggestions?
Well, I would say use the coronavirus.
Yeah,
you
you're self-quarantine.
Yeah.
I mean, and for some reason you have a lifetime strain.
It's not you. It really is me. I'm a carrier. Yeah, but Vicky, you're a girl.
Just change your relationship status on your social media pages and call it a day. Isn't that how we do it now?
Oh, yeah,
that's the honorable way, right?
Yeah, I forgot. That is the way.
I do like that way. Or you can just say, I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting, and I don't think that you're going to be a suitable partner in the upcoming apocalypse. Sorry.
Ooh. Wow, that's harsh.
Well, I need somebody that I can battle zombies with. That's coming next.
Zombies.
All right, so Vicky's idea, only good if you think it's going to be a Walking Dead kind of world.
It's going to.
I mean, really, here's the thing. There's no way to tell somebody who wants to be with you that you don't want to be with them. That's not going to cause them pain. There's just no way. And I think a lot of people who are very emotional in their lives and really very empathetic never want to cause people pain. It's a real problem. But Steve and I have said this before. We would rather have you rip the Band-Aid off and then you'll be dead to us because that's just how we are. A lot of guys are like this.
Yeah.
We won't hate you. We just need to, purge you from our lives until we heal. It's our healing process. You're never going to be able to make it not hurt. And being our friend is not going to make it better for the most part. Some people like that. I got news for you. I hate when a girl says, can we still be friends? Not right now. You're dead to me. Just leave me alone and let me get over this in my own way. Who knows? In 5 years, maybe we can be friends again. And some people don't get that. Remember, it's not about you. It's about him. So if you know him well enough, just rip that Band-Aid off and then don't talk to him anymore. Do not talk to him anymore so that he can be basically healed from you because that's what you got to do.
And if you're convinced this is someone you're not going to spend any time with, I mean, don't even give that window of hope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, any kind of like, hey, we can still be friends, because you're kind of in a weird way, like you're giving that person like a window of hope. And I think as a dude, I don't know, I just would rather know that it's done. There's no chance of anything. Move on with your life. And then I'm like, okay, I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me. So this is going to suck for a minute, but I'll get through it.
Yeah, it's a black and white thing for a lot of guys. And I get for a lot of girls, it's a gray area. They well, we can still be friends when you're leaving me, right? We don't think like you on average. Now, he may be different, I don't know. But most part, Steve's right. Black and white, done.
Boom.
Boom.
Problem solved.
There you go.
Maybe get him a gift card to Target or something.
That would be, you know what? I wish I did get some gifts when someone dumped me. Oh. That'd be so awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
A parting gift. Why? I mean, we have parting gifts for everything else in life.
Like, barring, like, obviously, if there's a relationship that ends for really bad stuff, then yeah, you don't hook them up with a prize or something like that. But I think, like, if it's just like when they're going our separate ways, we don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things, and this is not making any sense. But here is a $25 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's been nice. Take care.
See, I was thinking more along like a cake that says, it's been good. Thanks anyways.
If it's ice cream cake, I'd much rather that.
Well, I mean, any kind of cake.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you really got to put a lot of effort into it. But if you want to, that's cool. I'm all about the gift card.
I also want to know, are any of us playing Animal Crossing?
What is that a game?
Yeah, it's a game on the Switch.
Oh, I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't know
Nintendo
this.
Switch. It's yeah.
What is?
Everyone's talking about it though.
It's only on the Switch, and so many people are talking about it.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo game, and it's essentially you make your own little duder in this game, and you have your own island, and you basically live life like you're doing normal things like plucking weeds and doing random things that you would normally do in your life.
Why is it called Animal Crossing?
Well, it says that it's a game that takes you away to a deserted island where your top priorities are building a new home, making friends, and exploring.
Oh.
And it's big on the Switch because people can come visit your home. So a lot of people are actually socializing via this game.
Oh,
you can't do that.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, you can do it in the game. There's no Nintendo Switch Animal Crossing COVID. You don't have to worry about it there.
Wouldn't that be insane if they did implement that just to help
That'd
people
be
learn?
so brutal, man.
So you're on your own island, and eventually people can travel to your island.
Yes.
And you build up your own society. And do you make babies and have kids and stuff?
I don't know if it's
that's
far.
an R-rated version of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's not The Sims, which is something along those lines, which you would want to do, but I don't think even that has like cross-play or any sort of
well, that's what I was trying to figure. Like, yeah, because I see a lot of people I see a bunch of people, at least in the screenshots I'm seeing.
I don't know enough of it. I just know a lot of friends who are playing it and sending out their Nintendo codes to everyone to try to, friend each other and go check out their stuff. But yeah, you can go to people's places and see their cool decorations, and you can kind of make your own decorations and stuff.
It provides a sense of simplicity, social connection, and routine during these weird times.
Well, we're all living like socially awkward people. Now you understand how socially awkward people have been getting along all these years. Because this is what it is. I mean, not going to places, distancing from everybody, and really only having online connections and through written communication. That's a preferred way for a lot of socially awkward people to get to. And now this is what everybody's living.
Yeah, you build a home, you make friends, you pay your debts, and you go about your daily life. You could furnish your home, develop an island by bringing in new residents, planting trees, and more.
Yeah,
you can even have people come to your wedding.
There was a story about a woman who did an Animal Crossing wedding because her wedding got canceled.
Okay. See, and look at Vicky. See, this is Vicky's world.
Steve is just face palming.
It makes people happy. Why am I going to poo-poo that?
It's not poo-pooing it. You love it. I mean, be honest.
I'm not going to play it. All my friends love it, and I think it's a cute idea.
Yeah,
I'd rather play Sims, but...
Can you be like a cantankerous character and just be like, get off my island anytime someone tries to visit your island?
That would be me.
I hope so.
I would play and pretend to be BJ.
I just mowed the lawn of my island.
Yeah.
Get off.
Yeah. I say go ahead, Vicky. Be me on there. You know, you need to have representation from everybody, including the cranks.
So it says it's Minecraft for the dumb.
Really?
I don't even know what that is.
Minecraft for the dumb? I thought Minecraft was pretty pretty simple.
Minecraft is pretty simple too.
Okay,
so, I mean,
that's a horrible insult if you say
it's the same. Minecraft, this game, The Sims, they're all the kind of same sort of thing where it's just a replacement for actual life.
It's available on iOS. Or Android as well.
Oh, well, now I know why everybody's so crazy about it.
It says Animal Crossing is the best. The animals are your villagers and neighbors. So can I be an animal? I don't have to be a human? I'd play the game if I could be an
so the animals talk like you have like a donkey.
I'd want to be like a lion and just start eating people.
Okay, that's
I think that's a thing, but we should call them and see if we can make that happen.
Okay, Scar, we'll get that done for you.
I mean,
I think the reason it got really popular is because this originally came out in 2001.
Really?
Yeah. The original Animal Crossing's been around since we were little kids. So a lot of people are playing the new version because it's like we have nothing else to do and this is kind of nostalgic.
Oh, and they updated it, making it look cooler, but it's still that same. Oh, all right. That makes sense. All right. Well, we got a big question. Okay. Here it is. It's about Ryan Castle, as you know. What do Ryan Castle and Steve Carell have in common? You'll find out at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Steve Carell have in common?
I once knew a 40-year-old virgin.
Oh.
And that virgin's name was BJ Shea.
Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of true.
My texter says they both love Lamp and they both love screaming Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson! Oh, man.
I do it, but my wife's on a conference call upstairs. I don't want to freak out her coworkers.
Oh, that's so weird. She's working upstairs and you're working downstairs.
Yeah, so she gets the dogs in the kitchen, I get the bar. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. If you told me who was going to get the bar in that relationship, I'd be like, yeah.
This is the hell I'm living in right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a book out called The Office, The Untold Story of the Greatest Sitcom of the 2000s. And this book claims that Steve Carell actually didn't want to leave The Office, which, of course, a lot of people said it went down the toilet as soon as he left after season 7. He wasn't quoted, but people connected to the show, a lot of people said he left because he felt like he wasn't wanted. And that's why season 7 was his last. I don't know, man. He started making some movies. And I mean, is it really that's the reason, or he just was too big for that show?
Yeah, I'd imagine money had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. They said James Gandolfini almost replaced Steve. You know, Tony Soprano.
What?
Yeah. Wow, that would have been interesting.
I would have watched that.
I would have watched that.
Yeah. Ryan Castle, he's got a 12-pack, and he's up next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
All right, popsicle. Which way should you eat the popsicle? Lick it or bite it?
Suck it.
Yeah.
100%. Which I guess is licking it, too.
I did say lick or bite. Those were the options. And he goes, oh, no, you suck it.
But you put that bomb pop in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Let your tongue do the work.
Yeah, biting would hurt your teeth.
So bad. People do that, though.
Yeah.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I go halfway down. I lick until it gets warm enough.
Yeah, you do.
Then I bite that bitch.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Take back your space. Stop storing old electronics you'll never use again. Recycle your computers, monitors, and televisions for free with eCycle Washington. This free program can be used by households, small businesses, public schools, and other organizations across the state. Drop off unwanted TVs, computers, and monitors at over 300 locations in Washington state for free. Please check for the drop-off location nearest you at ecyclewashington.org. That's one word, ecyclewashington.org, and click on the Where Can I Recycle link.